Vueling. Yes, that is how it's pronounced, Dennis.
It's either Vueling, 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 blah, 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 blah.
Vuelo, Vueling
is actually the largest Spanish airline. Owned by the same holding group that owns British Airways, Iberia, and Level, it operates as one of the many low-cost carriers of Europe. How is it, and is it special in any way? Let's find out on an incredibly quick flight from Barcelona to Menorca. In true Spanish fashion, I received an email that the airport security was on strike and I needed to arrive early. Oh, European summer, someone is always on strike. There's a completely automated self-check-in and baggage tag area. I made my way through security, which, although long, was manageable. There's a Sala VIP in the Schengen area, but it was quite hard to find. There's only this tiny little icon. The lounge was currently undergoing renovation, but nice. There was rather limited food and they ran out multiple times. But there's tables, power, drinks, and a snack, so no complaints here. In true European fashion, they don't post the gate until an hour before. I made my way over and there was already a line to board. There's 3 groups of boarding and the dreaded sizer looming large for any rollerboards. We took a bus to a remote stand, and were nearly run over by a taxiing aircraft. Watch the road there, buddy! Our bird was an A320neo, my first, and I snapped some photos of the kid-inspired paint job. I boarded via the front stairs. And found my seat was dirty with crumbs and a sticky substance. Both I and the gentleman behind me asked for napkins to clean our seats. There simply isn't time in the schedule or budget for a cleaning crew between flights, and given the high proportion of families flying this route, there were various messes throughout the cabin. I just hope they clean it at the end of the day, as otherwise there'll be a whole different kind of passenger. We began our taxi out, and passed several Russian aircraft which I've never seen up close before. It's been a while since I've flown British Airways, but I wouldn't be surprised if the safety announcement was the same. It asked that you place your seat in the upright and locked position. What a quaint concept! These days seats, like on this Vueling flight, don't recline at all. The announcement was first in English,
4 exits over the wings, and 2 doors at the back.
British overlords I guess, then Spanish. Finally, there was an abbreviated version in Catalan, but the Catalans were told to consult the safety card for more information. Yeah, I'm sure that goes over real well with Barcelona as a hub. The seats were fine, I guess. They didn't recline. The legroom was tight, but tolerable for such a short flight. And USB power was a welcome addition, but it was disabled during takeoff, taxi, and landing. I also lucked out and I had the whole row to myself. Flying time was a very brief 35 minutes at 19,000 feet for all of 5 minutes. Given the short flight, food, beverage, and shopping is only available upon request by ringing your call button. As with low-cost carriers, everything is paid and nothing is free. Otherwise, the flight crew just drew the curtain and chatted. How do you evaluate a cabin service when there isn't one? When passengers did order though, service was prompt and friendly enough, so there's that. We flew southeast, and only a few minutes after cruising altitude began our descent. We flew over Ciutadella, with Majorca in the distance, but only a few minutes later cleared the whole island of Menorca and flew back over the ocean. It really is that small. And we came into land at the airport near Mahon. Cabin disarmament was curiously done in English. Those British overlords again, I guess. Most of the tourists make a beeline for the beaches of Menorca. But Menorca has its own beauty and history. Special sauce, and over 1,500 prehistoric sites. Take that, Stonehenge. So Vueling. I want to say it's fine, your typical low-cost carrier with a responsive crew and USB power in their favor. But the filth of the cabin is simply inexcusable. The line in the race to the bottom to cut costs must be drawn somewhere, and I draw it at cleanliness. Hell, put in a hard plastic bench, just make sure somebody wipes it down first. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more flight reviews. I'll see you on the next one.